Chapter 1. Introduction to the Shadows. In the heart of a dense, unforgiving forest stands an isolated maximum security prison, its gray stone walls rising imperiously against the sky. The air is heavy with an oppressive silence, broken only by the clanging of metal doors and the distant echoes of muffled conversations. Inside, the stark fluorescent lights cast harsh shadows that dance across the cold concrete floors, creating an atmosphere rife with tension and uncertainty. Yet, amid the despair, a profound camaraderie brews among the inmates, who share their lives and heartaches within these confining walls. This documentary, Echoes from Within, a Jail Diary, unfolds through a deeply personal diary-style format, allowing each character to narrate their thoughts and experiences. Their voices intertwine, revealing a complex humanity that defies the bleakness of their surroundings, a testament to resilience and the enduring spirit that flickers even in the darkest places. Chapter 2. The Philosopher's Reflections. In the dim light of his prison cell, Marcus the Philosopher Jones contemplates the paradox of freedom from behind bars. Once a respected college professor, now incarcerated for a white-collar crime, he finds solace in the pages of philosophical texts. Redemption begins with understanding oneself, he often tells fellow inmates, encouraging them to confront their past actions and seek deeper truths. As he scribbles in his diary, he reflects on moments of clarity that have surfaced in this bleak environment. Group discussions he leads become a sanctuary, where vulnerability is met with empathy and support. Even in this place, he muses, we can reshape our narratives. With each shared story, Marcus witnesses the transformative power of self-reflection, planting seeds of hope in their collective consciousness. For him, the prison walls serve less as a barrier and more as a crucible for personal growth and connection. Chapter 3. Art Amidst the Gray. Rosa the artist Martinez stands before a barren prison wall, a canvas for her creativity, as she reflects on her past mistakes. Her fingers, speckled with paint, move with purpose, transforming the drab concrete into vibrant murals that breathe life into the otherwise grim surroundings. Each stroke is a release, a cathartic expression of hope and resilience. Rosa's art serves as a mirror, reflecting her journey from vandalism to an artist seeking redemption. As her murals take shape, fellow inmates gather, drawn by the bursts of color and emotion. They find solace in her work, sharing stories and laughter, forging unexpected bonds amid a stark reality. Art becomes their escape and a way to confront their shared struggles. Through her creativity, Rosa not only reshapes the prison walls, but also fosters an atmosphere of healing and camaraderie, reminding everyone that beauty can emerge from the darkest places. Chapter 4. Defender of the Weak. Eddie the Protector Thompson, a gentle giant with a heart shaped by his past, navigates the complex politics of prison life daily. In a world where loyalty often masks vulnerability, Eddie grapples with his definition of protection. His bulk and imposing presence come with a responsibility, one he takes seriously. During a tense afternoon in the yard, he witnesses a heated argument escalating into a physical confrontation. Eddie's instinct kicks in as he steps between the two, his voice a calm yet firm barrier. "This isn't the way," he implores, his towering figure radiating authority but grounded in compassion. The fight dissipates, replaced by hesitant apologies, reminding Eddie that vulnerability exists even among the toughest inmates. Through moments like these, Eddie learns that true protection isn't about fear, it's about fostering trust and kindness. As he reflects on his role, he understands that in this unforgiving environment, standing up for the weak can forge a deeper sense of brotherhood. Chapter 5. A Mother's Heart. Naya, the survivor Caldwell, sits at a worn wooden table, the harsh fluorescent light casting shadows across her letters. Each stroke of her pen is a lifeline to her children, a bridge to a world outside these walls that feels both distant and achingly familiar. Her letters pour forth with a mix of regret and hope, recounting stories of laughter and love that echo in her memory. "I miss you both more than words can say," she writes, tears blurring the ink. "I am working on being a better person, one day at a time." Nia reflects on the choices that landed her here, facing the ghosts of her past with raw honesty. She yearns for the day she can hold her children again, her heart's deepest longing. As she folds each letter, sealing them with a whispered promise, the ink dries, but her aspirations for a brighter future remain vivid and alive. Chapter 6. Dreams on Hold. Samira, the dreamer Ali, sits on her bunk, a worn-out notebook balanced on her knees. Pen in hand, she reflects on the moments that led her to this isolated prison. A starry-eyed teenager, she had once envisioned a future filled with promise, artfully slipping through life's opportunities. Now the stark reality of confinement looms over her. Her heart aches for the freedom she willingly squandered. Each day a reminder of the choices she made as an accomplice in a robbery gone wrong. Yet she channels her longing into words, crafting the beginnings of a book that details her journey, from reckless dreams to stark realities. With each sentence, Samira reignites hope. She imagines sharing her story with the world, not just as a cautionary tale, but as an invitation to others to embrace their dreams. In this solitary space, her aspirations morph into a lifeline, proving that even in darkness, the flicker of hope can spark resilience. Chapter 7. Group Therapy, Confronting Demons. In the dimly lit common room, the atmosphere buzzed with tension and anticipation as Marcus, the philosopher Jones, gathered a small group of inmates for a session of candid reflection. Chairs were arranged in a circle, providing a space of vulnerability, while he encouraged each participant to share their story. One by one, voices broke the silence. Eddie spoke about his past battle with violence in a world of loyalty and betrayal, while Nia revealed her deep regret for the choices that led her to lose her children. Rosa shared how the pursuit of art was both an escape and a reminder of her mistakes. As tense emotions flowed, a bond began to form among them, a palpable unity in their struggles. In this safe haven, they confronted their fears and fragile hopes, fostering a sense of healing that transcended bars and walls, reminding them that redemption could be a collective journey. Chapter 8. The Power of Expression. In the dim light of the prison yard, Rosa, the artist Martinez, stands before a gray, barren wall, a blank canvas yearning for color. With spray cans in hand, she begins to create a mural that symbolizes hope and resilience, drawing inspiration from her memories and dreams. Vibrant hues burst forth as she intricately crafts images of blooming flowers entwined with the shadows of her past. As she works, a small group of inmates gathers, drawn by the allure of transformation. They watch in silence, their eyes reflecting a mix of admiration and longing. With each stroke, Rosa shares her process, explaining that her art is not just an escape, but a way to confront their shared struggle. Others soon feel inspired, picking up brushes and contributing to the mural. Together, they breathe life into the stark walls, creating a powerful testament to their endurance and the healing power of creativity, breathing color into their otherwise gray existence. Chapter 9. Navigating Brotherhood. Eddie the Protector Thompson stood at the edge of the prison yard, observing the daily hustle of inmates. Trust was a scarce commodity here, but he had learned that true strength lay not in intimidation but in vulnerability. As he navigated the treacherous waters of prison politics, he found solace in unexpected alliances. One afternoon he saw a younger inmate, trembling with anxiety, cornered by a group for a minor offense. Eddie, feeling the weight of his protective instincts, stepped forward without hesitation. "Leave him alone," Eddie's voice boomed, filled with a quiet authority. The group hesitated, but his stature and reputation curbed the impending confrontation. When the situation diffused, Eddie sat next to the shaken inmate, offering reassurance and understanding. "This place doesn't define who you are," he said, instilling a sense of hope. In that moment, he realized that brotherhood was forged not only in shared struggles, but also in acts of compassion. Chapter 10. Motherhood and Remorse. As Nia, the survivor Caldwell, meticulously writes her letters to her children, each word carries the weight of her love and regret. In a poignant entry, she recounts a cherished memory, a rainy day spent reading to them, their laughter mingling with the patter of rain against the window. She reflects on how her choices led her to this concrete cell, far from the warmth of her family's embrace. Nia's letters are both a balm and a burden. She shares her aspirations for a better future, vowing to reunite and rebuild what was lost. Each letter fuels her determination to emerge from this darkness transformed. As she writes, tears blur her vision, but she presses on, yearning for forgiveness, not just from her children, but also from herself. In this vulnerable moment, Nia finds strength in her love, believing that one day she will hold her children close and make amends for the fractured past. Chapter 11. Words of Awakening. The dreamer Ali sits on the worn bench in the prison library, surrounded by stacks of books and blank pages. She clutches her diary, where her thoughts flow like the ink from her pen. Writing becomes her sanctuary, a lifeline to a world outside these walls. As she drafts the chapters of her book, each line reflects her journey from carefree teenager to a life interrupted by crime. In her writing, she explores themes of lost freedom, choices that haunt her, and dreams that linger just out of reach. There's a fervent honesty in her words. The guilt of her decisions intertwines with her longing for a second chance. As she narrates her work aloud to her fellow inmates, a ripple of inspiration spreads. Her raw storytelling evokes reflections on their own lives, reinforcing the notion that dreams can endure, even in darkness. Samira's aspiration ignites a collective hope, awakening the possibility of transformation within them all. Chapter 12. An Unexpected Ally. In the dim light of the prison yard, an unexpected friendship blooms between Rosa the artist Martinez and Samira the dreamer Ali. Initially perceived as rivals, the two young women find common ground in their shared experiences of loss and regret. One afternoon, as Rosa explains her mural in progress, a vibrant representation of freedom, Samira reveals her struggles with self-worth and her aspirations to write. Their conversations unfold amidst the rustling leaves, intertwining their stories and creating a bond fortified by vulnerability. Samira encourages Rosa to incorporate her dreams into her art, while Rosa inspires Samira with her fierce determination to turn her past into a narrative of hope. As they collaborate on a new mural, their laughter fills the yard, echoing against the stone walls. This unexpected alliance highlights the profound impact of empathy in an environment often defined by isolation, reminding them both that connection can blossom even in the darkest of places. Chapter 13. Facing Reality. A Shocking Event. The routine of the prison was shattered when a sudden fight broke out in the yard, igniting chaos and fear among the inmates. Eddie, the protector, immediately scanned the scene, instinctively moving toward the fray. In a split second, he found himself intervening, pulling a smaller inmate away from harm while grappling with his own thoughts on loyalty and protection. Meanwhile, Rosa the artist watched from a distance, her heart racing, aware of how quickly hope can be eclipsed by violence. Inside, the tension escalated as guards rushed to restore order. Nia, the survivor, clutched her letters, feeling helpless yet desperate to shield the innocence of her children from this reality. Samira, the dreamer, shaken to her core, reflected on how swiftly dreams can dissolve in the fire of conflict. As calm was eventually restored, bonds deepened, revealing the strength of their fragile community in the face of adversity. A poignant reminder that even in darkness, they must rely on each other for survival and hope.